Hey bros, I'm back. Um, I was supposed to make a database video today, but well, even before today, it's been due for a long time, but just didn't really have the time to do it. Have the time to learn it properly, so I can genuinely make a video that in proper code, so that everything would work. But yeah, I don't want to rush it, and then I don't make the video properly or something like that. That's just wasting more time. So I'm gonna do something that I actually do know, and I'm somewhat proficient in, something that will help you out improving the quality of your code. So let's dive into that. And I will again, I have school and stuff like that, so I couldn't really learn how to use PostgreSQL properly. But I have dabbled a bit into it, and hopefully it'll be my next video. I'll try to do like a warning system or something. But anyways, I'm gonna open up Sublime Text, and let's do something. Okay. Um. Let's open up tests. Okay. Uh. Okay. I also got a new theme for Sublime Text because the last one was too bright. I don't want to destroy your eyes. But anyways, we're in cogs. We're gonna create a new file. Okay. And just for the sake of having a decent example uh, of how to use classes and methods, we're gonna we're gonna do requests to handle our requests. Uh, in my older videos, you would see that I did client dot ses equals. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh my god, my bad. Client dot ses equals AO dot client session. You don't want to do this. You want to put it in a function and reference that. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of that too. And yeah, just something to handle our requests. You don't need to do this for requests. You could use it for literally anything else. It's just a way to make your code neater. For example, I'll go over here and let's say import AO HTTP. Normally, if you wanna just be lazy and do this async with AO HTTP dot client session as ses async with ses.get and blah blah blah. I think that's dumb, and you shouldn't do that. I think you should put it in a function and use that for your requests. So yeah, we're gonna be playing around with that, and again, this is just an example. This video isn't for requests, really. So yeah, we're gonna create a class, and we're gonna do requests. Okay, and we're gonna name this file. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Uh, we're gonna do rex.py, and we're just gonna save that. Okay, rex.py. Take that off, and we're gonna do class. Create a new class, and we're gonna name that request. Um, oops, no. We're gonna actually make that capitalized because that's a common thing in classes. We're not gonna do an init function. That's a common thing, but in classes, but it's not really needed here. So we're gonna start with simple checks for headers as well as data for post requests. I'll probably only do get and post for this, but just to give you a quick example of how methods work and how you can use them to make your code for your bot way more smooth and stuff like that. Um, Even in your class methods, you can find a way to make it less cloggy and stuff like that. So let's do a check function, okay? So we're gonna check for data. Well, no, we're gonna check for headers. So we're gonna do add static method. Oh, I don't need this. Def header check, and we don't. Well, actually, we do headers equals any equals none. Okay, so we're gonna check if it is none. If it isn't none, then we're gonna return the header. Okay, so yeah, and instead of doing all of the checks in one function, you can just create a separate function to handle your checks, and whatever it returns is what you use. That's how I've done it before for this type of stuff, and it works fine. So we're gonna do if header equals headers, okay, and else um, header equals, oh, we need to add an s to this, s, bam, s, okay. We're gonna just leave this empty, okay. So if there are headers, if any headers is passed in, right, um, we're gonna put it into a dict. If you know how requests work, you need to put this stuff into a dict. So let's say somebody passes in authorization. um, you just do a token, okay? So you have your token, and that goes into here. Okay, if they want to add more stuff to it, they just do this, add a comma, and blah blah blah. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So yeah, for that into a dict, if there isn't any passed in, we're gonna do that. So that's basically how I would handle a check in the function, and I do recommend doing this, even without classes. Honestly, this is just so the files. Um, this is just so you can use all of these in different files. Okay, so you don't have uh, like I'm gonna have let's say you have multiple cogs for your bot, and each of them need to use requests for whatever purpose. um, you can just use this class, just import this class like this, from cogs.rex import requests. Bam, you have your thing going for you. Just import the class from the file. That's really all there is to it. um but yeah, so there's our check. We're gonna also do a static method def what else? Data check. So let's say you're going to make a post request. If you're gonna make a post request, you'll need data to post to the thing, and again, it's just a dict. So we're gonna do if data. Uh, we're also gonna need to return it, of course, if we're gonna call the function and get what we need to get out of it. So we're gonna do return headers. If this logic works properly, then yeah, you get the idea. If headers exist, then headers is equal to a dict. If it isn't, then it's equal to an empty dict, and we're gonna return that. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And if you understand, then um, again, it's just a dict. Else um, data. You can't just return data without putting it into a dict, because that's not really gonna work. So yeah, and we're gonna do data equals empty dict, and we're gonna return data. Okay, we're also gonna put a space here to make things a little bit neater, and bam, this is our two functions. We're also just gonna use this for we're just gonna use this for our methods that that we're gonna put here. We're not gonna reference these inside of a different file. That's not really what it's meant to be used for. Okay, so we're gonna do a class method, not a static method. The difference is statics, we don't really need to pass in self, because we don't need to use self in any of this stuff at all. Like, we don't need to. We just need to return. It's a simple function. It's not asynchronous. It's not anything like that. Okay, so yeah, let's just do that. I'm also gonna make another function. This time I will do a class method. It's not really needed, but just for the sake of doing a class method, why the hell not? Um, I'll do def. Not gonna make it asynchronous because no need to make it asynchronous. Um, yeah, don't make everything asynchronous. Just no need. Only use it when you need to, in my opinion. But okay, so let's go. I'm recording, right? I am. So we're gonna do ses. Okay, we're gonna make a session in a function. I might actually need to. Do I need to? No, I don't need to. Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do we need to import AO_HTTP, of course. So import AO_HTTP, and we're gonna make a new session inside of a function. We're not gonna monkey patch it like what I did before in my previous videos. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do self. Okay, we're gonna do self here, self.session. So we're gonna make it an attribute of requests. So yeah, let's just do that. Equals self.ses equals AO_HTTP dot client session. And there we go. We have our session. We just returned that self.ses, and bam, that's basically it. And we can just use that. Okay, so we just do requests.ses, and we're Gucci. Okay, so we're gonna make our actual headers, not headers. We're gonna make our actual main class methods. Okay, so method async def get. So this is our get request. Okay, pass in self headers any equals none, and for headers we're going to actually we're gonna do this. Do we need to do that though? Yeah, we do need to do that. We don't need anything else. We just need headers. We also need a URL actually. So let's do a URL string, and there we go. Okay. So instead of putting URL into a string, we can just take it right off, and it's gonna be automatically a string because we specified it as an argument. That's just a fun little trick to make life a bit easier. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do, well, first off we're gonna do the checks. we have these functions for a reason and we're going to use them. We're going to do headers equals header check headers. So we're going to take this argument over here and pass it into here, and it's going to do all of this and return this. So yeah, if there isn't any headers, it's just going to be an empty dict, and we're going to return that and pass it into the AOHTTP headers thing. So let me show you how I do that. Async with of course we need to also get the session, so we're going to call the function ses equals ses dot no request dot ses, and we're gonna do async with ses dot get. So we call that function, and whatever it returns, which is the session, we're gonna use that. Okay, we're gonna use one instance of the session for everything. So with ses dot get, we're gonna do URL. As I told you before, it's already a string, so we don't need to put it in quotes or anything like that, or a string. And we're gonna do headers equals headers. Again, I made a new variable, and whatever this returns, depending on if somebody passed in the headers or not, it's going to return that. So yeah, that's basically it as r, and we're gonna check if r.status in range 200 to 99, and we're gonna do data equals await r.json, and we're gonna return data. Okay, else we're gonna return r.status if something went wrong. Okay, so that's basically our get request. Now we can just copy this, and turn it into post. Okay, we're gonna turn this into post, and we're gonna add um, data any equals none, and we're gonna just use that. Okay, so and we're just gonna pass that in. Okay, just gonna pass that in. I think data, yeah. So yeah, we're also going to call data. So data equals header data check data, and that's basically it. Whatever data is being posted, most of the time data is going to be there, but just in case, we're gonna have that set in place. And that's basically it, honestly. We can put this to the test by running the code of Kirby, and we can make a simple request. So we're gonna do from cogs.rex import requests as r. I'll just do r, so why not. Do, let me see, r.get. So we're gonna do, so the get request returns data, of course, or it returns the status. So we're gonna hopefully return data, and by doing that, well, to do that, we're gonna do data equals r.get. Okay, we're gonna do what are we gonna do? We're gonna do, hold on, get the hell out of here. We're gonna go with some random API, and we're gonna get a fact. Again, this isn't really a request video, just a tutorial on how class methods work, on all that, how you can clean up your code, really. So we're gonna make a request to this. We don't need any authorization, and I'm gonna show you here. If you don't pass in any authorization, then it will just resolve to an empty dict. Okay, so, and we're gonna do await. Of course, it's asynchronous, so we're gonna do await r.get. Uh, as you can see there, it's an asynchronous function, and it's part of requests. So we're gonna do our get, pass in this URL, and we're gonna do await ctx.send data fact. Where I get fact from, if you aren't really a request or API guy, you just access this little dict over here, and whatever this contains, you'll access it. So this fact thing here is basically just this. Okay, so this is a little fact. So we're gonna put this to the test. I'm gonna save the code. I'm gonna save this. Okay. Um, where do I have an env file? Okay, anyway, it's 21 minutes. Let's get this over with. I'm gonna open up CMD actually. CD desktop one drive. Uh, no, it's the other way around. CD one drive desktop code tests. I'm gonna do Python tests .py. Of course, join the Discord if you want to chat with other developers. Post a commission in our commission channel, or post your bot in our featured bots channel. If you wanna, advertise, it's a good environment for a bot developer, as well as server owners who are looking for a bot developer. For some reason, it's not working. Hold on. Or maybe not a bot developer, maybe just a developer in general. Uh, because we do have web and so on. Okay, so this does not work. Um, Another reason to join is because, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, another reason to join is because we can provide help with your coding, especially in my tutorials. If you have any problems and stuff like that, so don't be shy. Just join in. We're 245 people strong, so not a very big server. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna test this out here. We're gonna do, what's it called? We're gonna do W. We're gonna do W, and hopefully that gets a dog fact. Header check is not defined. Where is this from? Oh, yeah, that's a little problem that you might get. Um, you need to do requests, and I should have made this shorter, honestly, but to make life a little bit more easy. But yeah, that should be good. Okay, so we're gonna run this code again. I'm not sure why it's so slow. It's a little bit annoying. I'm gonna have to pause this. Okay, we're gonna do W. And we're also gonna get another error. Request that unexpected keyword argument header. Yeah. Wait, where is this? HTTP. Oh, I guess it's headers. That's my bad. A lot of time is being wasted actually. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, this should work now. Phone test pi. Okay, so once this code runs, I'm gonna put this to the test. But yeah, join the Discord and stuff. I had to switch terminals because it was taking so long. But as I was saying, check out the Discord. Link in the description. Any errors that you may get in this video, just go ahead and ask us. We'll help you out and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, we've come to the end of this video. Uh, and yeah, we got our dog fact using this, and you can use this in any file you want as long as you import it. That's the fun thing about classes, and it's really something people should use more. The quality of your code makes you a better developer, makes people want to collaborate with you, especially if you have stuff like this open source on GitHub for other people to see. And yeah, once it's neat and shit, people will want to work with you. So just keep that in mind. Try to make your code as smart as possible and make use of functions. Okay, you wanna make sure you make use of functions. We also actually made a mistake here. Requests dot header. Okay, so yeah, that's done. But yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, PostgreSQL will be coming. Just bear with me. Honestly, just bear with me.